Okay, here we go, playing for the 3-0 with our spider spawning deck. This one unfortunately we have to throw back on the play. And this one unfortunately we have to keep on the play. Throw a Dream Twist at the bottom. Grave Bramble's not been great, but we have been playing against all flyer decks so far. That matches up pretty well against the Grave Bramble. Gonna have to take 2 here. Oh, he's just pumping, okay. It's better than him putting another threat on the board, I think. Okay, our mana situation's not working out too well this game. He doesn't want to respect a trick, but I'll still take the damage. Yep. Need to draw Island or Swamp here. Well, now we're probably going to lose, because we can't stop that thing from flipping. Andy drew his second land. At least he doesn't know what we're doing. Now we get to start chump blocking, so that's fun. Do I show him another color? I could keep playing, but I kind of don't want him to know what I'm up to either. And I don't think I'm winning this game. There's not much point in conceding. Let's put Deprivation on his big guy. If I draw Swamp, and I can at least start to do things. Or like a Caravan Vigil or something. Even an island, I'd be able to flip his guy back. Although I guess I'd just die. Let's get a pump. So I'm going to 3. It's going to play another creature. It's a pretty good one. Alright. Pack it in. A little bit awkward. Yeah, if we'd drawn our cards in a slightly different order, we might have actually had a shot there. But I don't think I need to change a whole lot. Just need to draw a little better. Could consider what I've been doing. Maybe it's what I should have been doing all along, just playing real creatures over Grave Brambles. Grave Bramble's just been so mediocre. It might just be the matchups we got, because I do think this card is not too bad, but in general, but again, it's just matching up very poorly with what our opponents are doing. But I'll play. Alright, this looks like a keep to me. Let's go grab a swamp. Might actually get to play Magic this time. Yeah, alright. Now I'll go get a island, or I guess a forest. I don't need double blue for anything, do I? Just like Dream Twist. I'll get a forest. Nothing from him. Curve's looking pretty nice though. 4, 5, 6. Ambush Viper. Pretty solid against my current draw. It's a pretty good card also. Let's lead off with Juggernaut, even though it's going to have to suicide attack next turn. It's actually not the worst thing in the world with our current hand setup. That's a pretty good card. Alright, so let's pre-combat play our Falconwrath Noble, and then attack with the Juggernaut. Which is likely going to get traded for with the Ambush Viper. But I'm okay with that. It's also going to give me fodder for my Corpse Lunge if I need to use it. And the funny thing here is that Dream Twist is going to maybe trick him here, because he might pass a turn without playing a spell in the hopes of flipping his villagers, but we can stop that from happening, which is nice. It's one added benefit of instants in this format. Prey upon. Okay, that's pretty good. Oh boy, Cavity Township, that card is unbeatable. It's just one of the stupidest rares in the format, honestly. Dream Twist myself. Hit another Dream Twist. Yeah, let's just use all our mana, even though he's just going to get to tap it with the Abyssinian Priest. See if he decides to go ham with Township this turn. Probably wants to develop his board a bit more first. Oh, he's just not playing anything. Alright. Your guy can flip, that's fine. Let's go to combat, so we can tap my guy. And let's cast Dream Twist before we decide anything. Didn't hit anything relevant, so let's just play Fortress Crab. It's better to use all my mana, I think. Probably gonna have to Corpse Lunge this Abyssinian Priest before too long. What's my creature count in the graveyard right now? 3. If we were to draw... Ooh, Fiend Hunter. Okay, we might have to fight that also. Or kill it, rather. No attacks. Guess there's no point to attacking. Silent Departure, that's not the worst. Once again, I think I just start with Dream Twist. See what we find. There's a spider spawning. Kinda just want to bounce the Abyssinian Priest, though. He's going to tap in response, which is fine. Then I might just corpse lunge the villagers, or rather the fiend hunter. I think I'm just going to pass the turn and use my corpse lunge end of turn, rather than play the grave bramble. Even though it is going to take a creature out of my yard, I think that's the price we were willing to pay, because that priest is going to be a problem. I could also corpse lunge the fiend hunter and ambush his villagers. That's not a bad play. Let's do that, actually. I think I'm willing to deal with the tapper. Deal 5 damage to that. Get back my 5/5, or my 6/6 rather. Not a bad turn. I could keep bouncing his tapper if his only plan is to just keep playing it. Does he have 2 tricks? Oh, spidery grasp, that's fine. Just to save his guy. Not a big deal. Ooh. Might want to hold off on that with only 2 creatures at the moment. Let's send in for 6. Play Grave Bramble. That card's pretty good. Card's really annoying. Right, go to combat. He's gonna tap my guy. So now we have some decisions to make. Kind of need to bounce something this turn. I could bounce his priest again. He's gonna get to make a cage breakers. Well, I guess I can block it. That might just be worth it to silent departure the priest again. Just buy myself more time. Keep playing out my lands. Problem is, I don't think I have inevitability right now because of that township and because of that cage breakers. So as much as I'd like to think I would like to just sit back and eventually overwhelm the board, I don't think that's going to happen. Especially with our Noble dead. Because Noble would be a way to get a free win out of this spot, but can't get there anymore that way. One-Eyed Scarecrow doesn't help me much. I'm going to keep getting aggro with the Kindercatch. Interesting, he just wants to chump. Let's play Scarecrow. Not in great shape. Interesting. I'm going to put all of my creatures in front of his stupid cage breakers to try to kill it. He's letting me block, which is interesting. But that thing has to die. He's going to get to use his township to deal me a good chunk of damage here. But hopefully we'll at least be able to get this cage breakers down. Yep, so that happens. This thing flips. Can't stop that. Alright, so let's go to combat, see what he decides to tap, but I have a pretty good idea. So no attacks. I think here I just have to play a spider spawning. Could wait one more turn and make some chump blocks next turn. I can just use Grasp of Phantoms on the priest. How many creatures am I getting right now? 1, 2, 3. That's just so mediocre. Yeah, I'm gonna bounce that. I just want to make sure I don't die. Actually, I would die if I do that, huh? Because I can only block 2 creatures, so alright, spider spawning it is. We are in a bad way. Township is pretty unbeatable, especially in conjunction with another rare. Well, it looks like the dream dies here, unfortunately. Seems very unlikely we'll be able to pull this one out. But 2 and 1's still pretty good. With a super janky archetype when our deck wasn't even necessarily open. So I count that as a win. But you know what I don't consider a win? Is Magic the Gathering Online. Because this client continues to confound me with how buggy it is. Bunch of stuff's coming in. So we're clearly chumping the big guy. We can only let one of the wolves through. So we can chump one and then gang up on another. I guess we can do this. And then put 4 power in front of another one. What I could also do is put Fortress Crab in front of the 5 toughness creature to put an extra creature in my yard for the spider spawning. That might be useful. Probably not worth it though. I think a 1/6 is going to be better than a random 1/2. So we'll do that. He still has 4 cards in hand, which is the annoying part. Like if this was all we had to beat, maybe. Like we'd still be like 10% to win, but I think we're like the old 1%er to win, if that. He's not even killing my creatures wisely. At least we get a wolf down. We'll go to 1. Maybe it would have been better to chump with the one-eyed scarecrow than a 1/1 token. Alright, combat. Just gonna tap my Kindercatch again. No, he didn't even. I guess that makes sense from him. So we still only get 3 tokens. But I mean, I think I attack with Kindercatch anyway. So I'm just gonna spider spawning and make more chump blockers. We can buy ourselves a lot of time at least. So we can tap 2 things before attacking again, but I can still chump block with everything I do have. And he has to be careful not to get too aggro. So you know this game isn't 100% over yet. Alright, well that does end it. Unfortunately. 1 mana interaction specifically is what did it. So now we can block 3 guys and then die. I'll tap my mana to make him think for a minute, and then pass the phase. Alright, GG. Played against a lot of white aggro decks, but still, like I said, 2-1 with a pretty janky spider spawning deck is a win in my book. So thanks for watching.